We're at Jimbaran Bay, Kedonganan fish market. We're going to watch the Jukungs come in with the fish and see it unloaded. We're going to have a look at the market and we're going to eat as much as we can, as cheap as we can, and see what the experience is like. Just noticed a boat coming in. Getting it up under the wheels, obviously so they can wheel it back in. And then they've got wooden planks that they'll go slide by slide up on the wood to push it up onto the soft sand. Arriving at Jimbaran Bay, Kedonganan fish market. It's easy to see that this is the real thing. This is where Bali gets its seafood. This is a working market. First thing I notice as I'm coming in, there's a gentleman here repairing nets, ready to go back out. It's quite colourful down here. All the boats, different colours, blues, reds, yellows. I was just about to put the drone up, and this is one of the few places where I actually got an alert of a landing, way too close to the airport. So I just thought I'd just watch a boat come in and see what the process is, and it looks like it's get the fish off first. Good catch. So first off was the small fish, then they come off with a big basket of what I'd call medium size, and now we've got one large basket coming out. So it looks like we've got a third quite large basket of fish. Heading straight up to the market. Hive of activity down here. Fuel going back out to the boats. Something I did notice while I was down here, there's a boat here with lights on, and when I've been at Ahmed, Chandidasa, even down at Uluwatu, and you see the boats out there and there's a huge light coming off them, I've often thought there'd just be a small light, but the system here is quite a good setup. So this one here looks like it's got a whole heap of 400 watters. Two at the front, 3 at the back, 2 big ones at the front. Just looking at your lights, looks like it's a really good setup. So the area I've just come across now on my way into the main fish market seems to be the place where fishermen come up and sell their fish to the main markets. It looks like it's a weighing station, something like that, a bit more commercial. They're the type of things I like to see of a morning. This is real Bali. People out doing their normal chores, fishermen coming in, salespeople coming back, restaurateurs down here looking for produce. But sometimes you just got to get up a little bit earlier to see it. As you get further north, as you come to the jetty, that's when you're at the Kedonganan fish market, and you'll start to come across the smaller sellers that don't have the inside shops that are outside on the beach. It's never too late to get a catch. Morning. Catching anything? Yeah. As you walk along here, you can actually, from 6 o'clock in the morning through to later in the morning, see boats come in. And as they come in, they've got their catch, and you can actually watch them unload the catch straight from the nets. Good morning, Peggy. Ikan. People coming down to the waterfront, washing their catch, also grabbing fresh salt water to put their fish into. The other thing you need a lot of down here at the fish market is ice. So this is ice going out to the bigger boats so they can put their fish as they catch them onto ice. So you just walk up through the small market now, have a quick look at what's here, see what type of fish is available and what's being sold. Good morning. Pilchards, squid, flies. Here we've got a lot of clams, clam meat it looks like, mussels. First prawns I've seen here as I'm coming in. There's actually a huge array of fish just outside the market, and I haven't even gone inside yet, so looking forward to seeing what's inside. I've seen some people come through here recently and over the years, and there's always a lot of smell, a lot of flies here, but this morning it might be that we had a really good downpour last night, but everything's really fresh. There's not much flies around, the smell is just pure seafood. There's actually some good stuff outside of the market this morning. That may not be the case all the time.
Yeah.
Shark?
Shark.
Yeah. Reef or just small shark? Yeah. So from on the beach, you then just go back onto the road and you'll see the big shed warehouse, which is the main fish market. I expect it to be busy because there's a lot of activity, as I've said before, down here this morning. I think this is truly one of those things you need to come and do. Fruit and vegetable markets, fish markets, all those things that we have at home, but it's just a completely different version. It's more rustic, it's more rural, it's authentic. It's actually worth coming to these as part of your trip to Bali, my opinion. So as soon as you walk in, you can see it's enormous. There's a huge variety of everything here. A lot larger fish, a lot bigger variety of fish. Good morning, Peggy. This one here, we have a lot more. You've got your scallops, blood clam, I think.
Manila clam.
Manila clam. Okay.
This one clam Jimbaran.
Clam Jimbaran, Manila, scallop, big snail, big snail. Wow. Crabs. You call slipper? Yeah, we call bug. Bug, yeah. In Australia. Australia. Yeah, so we have like a Moreton Bay bug or Balmain bug, just where for the area. Do you call slipper? Slipper lobster, yeah. Lobster, good lobster, yeah. Okay, good. I'll come back here and buy later. Okay, when I finish. Yeah. Okay, very good. They got clams. So cockles and mussels.
Yeah, snail.
Snail? Yeah.
This one, medium size.
Mussel? Yeah.
Lobster.
Lobster? Yeah, good.
Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. Where are you from? Jimbaran or Besar or Jimbaran. Local. Okay. So everything here looks a lot fresher, a lot more variety. One thing you do get here is very seafoody sandals. So as you're walking through the markets, you can be quite busy, so you've got to jump in and out side to side all the time, let people through, and you come through the odd traffic block.
Yeah. Ler. Yes, ler.
Kan nasi yang lambat itu Pak Ji.
Ringan.
So here we've got a whole head of red snapper, parrotfish. Hello, good morning, Peggy. Very big squid there. Yeah, quite huge squid. Got a good sized lobster here, nice and colourful. I know there's a word for these lobsters, but I just can't get it at the moment. So I've got some fresh squid out here.
Yeah, squid.
Just caught. Okay, we've had a good look around. Let's go get something to eat. I promised a couple of girls up near the end stall that I'd get something from them. So I might try some crustaceans, maybe some prawns. Let's see what they've got. Yeah, I said I'd come back. Okay, what do I want to try first? How much are the bugs? Just little ones.
300 for 1 kilo.
300 for 1 kilo. I'm only going to get little bits. Can I just get two?
Okay.
Two. And can I get lima, about that size prawn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe just that one. Just one.
This one.
Yeah.
This
The bigger one. Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, bigger one. Yeah.
This is 90,000.
90,000. Yeah.
This one.
Because big. Yeah. It says okay. And maybe enum. What do you call them? Scallop.
Yes.
Scallop here. Scallop. Yeah.
This is
Yes. Okay, so this one was the slipper.
yes.
How much was slipper? 9.
Slipper.
Okay, and
90.
yep,
75.
75 and
One lima.
lima 50.
Asli lah.
50.
650. Okay, how much altogether?
I just need this best
So-
restaurant in here.
Best restaurant,
Yes.
New Furama. Okay, I'll have a look at that later, but now I think I just go to little one at front.
Order.
Yeah, just small one. Yeah. So I can come back.
190 for
190?
180.
180? Then we can say 200. Thank you. It's all good. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
that's okay. You have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye. So the sellers recommended a good restaurant up on the beach, but I thought for this first meal, I'm going to go to one of the local fish cookers, seafood cookers on the beachfront, and it's called Besar, Ikan, and I'll give that a go. Let's see what it's like. So the way it works is you buy your fish or your seafood, you take it up to the restaurant, they weigh it, and they cook it based on the weight. Pretty simple. So, did I get this one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
20,000.
20,000, how many kilos we got there?
Oh.
Just under one? Okay, perfect. Thank you. John. Very good to see.
Thank you.
So this is the restaurant. Nice little beachfront restaurant. Good kitchen. Looks like a good place to have our first meal. So I paid tourist price. Got the scallops. Got what I call a bug, which is slipper here, lobster slipper. And we also got those 6, which is enum 6. This truck going past, we got those 6 prawns. So just a small little starter, just to see what it's like, and we might go back and get some fish later. Everything cooked over the coals. It's all cooked over the coals here. Looks like they've got a big pot of stew cooking as well, probably some fish stew. Might ask what that is. So everything's being washed. Just local water. Scallops done. Slipper lobster, or bug as in Australia. And the prawns. Is that a soup? Stew? Cooking? Sauce. Okay. So that pot there is the sauce cooking. So they're just putting that on the grill now. Let that cook away. That'll probably get basted in some garlic sauce. So as I said before, I paid tourist price, so I didn't even negotiate. I'm here enjoying myself, sticking a camera in front of everybody's face. Yeah. I'm here enjoying myself, sticking a camera in everybody's face. So happy to pay just a little bit over. Some nice seafood. Bit of a rarity for me. So here we have the final product. We've got the prawns, scallops under there. We've got the slipper prawn, or the bug as you want to call it. We've got a sambal, and we've got what looks like a sambal mata. Time to get into it. Well, here we go. I'm sweating already. I'm in a restaurant that backs onto the kitchen. It's hot in here. There's no fans going. Only the one that's cooking the food. We've got our meal. So what did we get? We got the prawns. We've got about 5 prawns there. We've got the 6 scallops, and we've got the full bug, or the slipper lobster as they call it here. We've also got the sambal, and we've got a sambal mata, which is the chili, the shallots and the lemongrass. So a lot of dipping here. It also looks like everything has been cooked in some type of sauce. We'll find out what that is. I think it's usually a garlic, but let's have a look. Let's have a taste, for want of a better word. Prawns taste and smell good. It's a very nice fresh prawn. I think when you go around those stores, you can have a bit of an idea. You know, fish, you can have a look at the eye, but everything else, I think it's a gut feeling, based on smell, based on look, presentation. Nice stand, look like they had some really good stuff there. Very good prawn. That sambal's got a nice kick to it too. They're really good. Okay, let's have a look. I've got the scallops. does look like a bit of garlic, so there's a garlic that's been brushed on there and cooked like that, but they're nice and tender. Once again, they seem really fresh. I'm surprised. Like, you know, I did think that, you know, maybe the quality is not going to be that fresh, but seeing the boats come in, the fish going straight up to the market, I know they have to rotate stock, but I think this is a really good market. It does the whole of the Southern Island, probably even goes up further north. I have seen people have bad experiences, but they've come here the day after a holiday, that type of thing, where the fish has been sitting around for a day. But if you come here, normal day, I think you'll be surprised at the quality. Saying that, we might revisit this tomorrow and see how I am. But no, at the moment, this is very, very good seafood. Okay, let's have a look at this lobster, or barbecue. That's nice. That's a nice piece of meat. Yeah, that's good. That's worth the money. I said before, I know I paid over. Now, someone had a good day, I'm having a good meal. I think that's the way you need to travel. I know cost of living makes it a little bit difficult, but at the end of the day, I don't know what this would be costing me in Australia. I doubt it'd be anywhere near You don't need to see me eat any more of this. I can tell you that there's probably going to be, I could film a couple more minutes. There's still a fair bit of food here. But what we might do, finish this, go back, have a look at the market, see if we can find some fish. We might even take it down to a restaurant and just see what the difference is there. I watched it, we still will do that. I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning now. Something should go up and we'll have a look. So let's call that the first course finished. Lobster slipper, prawns and scallops, cooked for $2. Pretty good. Let's go back, let's have a look at some fish and maybe some squid. See what else we can get there. See if we get something fresh and maybe take it up to that restaurant that the girls were talking about. I prefer snapper. Yeah. Just a small one because I only need little because I've already eaten. Yeah, that's a good size. Yeah, yeah. And these people cook good? Good? Okay. 23? 23? No, the 20. And maybe a handful?
How many?
And yeah, just enough for one person to eat. Because they shrink. Yeah, that's plenty, yes. Thank you very much. Is that kumi? Chumi? Chumi.
20, 40.
40? Empat puluh.
40.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. So what time do you start here in the morning?
Morning.
You start 5 a.m., 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
You too? Early?
6.
6. And what time do you finish?
8.
8 p.m. Okay, so big day. Okay. Thank you. Look at that. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, so I've got a bit of red snapper. I've got some squid, or chumi as it's called here in Bali. I'm just looking for something else to add that can be just a little bit different. Let's get on the bike. We've got some fish. We're going to see if we can find this restaurant. New Furama. Okay, so we've got some fish, got some squid. We've been given a restaurant to go to. Let's go see what it's like cooked in a restaurant. See what the difference is. It's only 200 metres down the road. I've got a feeling this might be a little bit more pricier. I don't think it's going to be $2 a kilo, although I don't have much fish to start with anyway. So let's go have a look. There we go, new Furama. Wasn't that far down the road. So I found the new Furama. It was only, it says 200 metres up the road. I think it was less than that. It's a pretty easy drive, easy to find, big sign out the front. Actually, if you need to find it, got a big crab up on the top, big sign at the front. Can't miss it. Now it's going to hope they're open. Been pointed over in this direction, so that's a start. If you don't buy at the market, you can always come here, buy fresh, and get it cooked straight away.
The price 20,000 is okay?
Yeah, okay. That's okay.
You have just fish and like
That's
this.
it. And can I also get a, how much is the chap chai?
50.
I'll have a chap chai as well.
50.
Yeah, 50. Lima palu.
You like spicy?
Spicy, I love spicy. Yeah, spicy's good.
Your name?
Scott.
Scott.
Yeah. Sayonara Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Thank you. Number 52?
Yes.
Thank you. So here we go into the restaurant. We've got number 52, so we'll find a seat out on the beach. I got no idea what that was all costing. Hello. Just the one person. All right, on the beach? Okay, thank you. Terima kasih. Here we go, we've gone through the restaurant. Pagi, how are you this morning? Very good? Apa khabar?
Baik-baik.
Looks a lovely restaurant, nice people. They've got everything under cover at the moment because it does look a bit wet, and to be honest, most of the eating here happens of a night. Best time to come down, 5 o'clock, get some sunset in, have seafood on the beach. Me, I'm riding the bike, I like to be home before dark. Must be getting old. So there you can see the fish market down there. So even if you got dropped off in a car, you could quite easily walk the 200 metres up the beach to these restaurants and have it cooked for you. It's actually a very nice beach. There's a nice drop off at the moment, a few dogs on here, as there is in any beach down here. But this place totally changes during the night. The seats come out, the tables are out, the lights are out, there's guys walking around playing music. It's a very good experience if you come down here, get yourself a driver, get dropped off, have a couple of bintangs, and then get taken back to your accommodation. It's actually a really good experience and a good Bali experience. But I'm going to try the food here. I'm going to sit up inside and we'll see what that's like. The restaurants here, I remember when I was a kid back in the 80s, Lonely Planet used to describe this beach as Papa Bear, Mama Bear and Baby Bear. So as you left the fish market, it was Baby Bear, the smaller restaurants, and then you get the medium-sized ones. And as you got further down the beach, you start to come to the bigger resorty-based restaurants up near that resort end of Jimbaran Bay. So lots of different choices here, different prices. You do need to haggle in the market for your fish, which I didn't. But let's see what this is like. Two different options. One getting them cooked straight out of the market, and the other one coming to a restaurant. got the red snapper that's been filleted. We've got the tumi, which was the squid that's been cut up and done in what I believe is going to be a spicy sauce. The chap chai, which is the sautéed vegetables, and we also have sambal, and we've got here the sambal mata again, which is the chilies, the shallots, the lemongrass, and the coconut oil. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock somewhere. And we're looking at a different perspective. We're at New Furama, we're at a restaurant or a warung, and we've brought our fish. We've got the red snapper and we've got the tumi, which is the squid. So being at a restaurant, you can buy other things as well. So I've got the chap chai. There's lots of other things on the menu. And even if you're at the market and you saw some type of seafood that you weren't 100% sure of, you could still buy it here and have it cooked with your food, although it's probably going to be bought from that same market anyway. With this dish, we also have the sambal, and we've also got the sambal mata. So similar to the outside, smaller rungs outside the market, same type of condiments. So let's dig into this and see what it's like. So far I've been quite impressed with the seafood down here at Jimbaran Bay. But I guess that's what it's known for, a nice beach and good seafood. That tastes really good. It's nice and tender, it's juicy. Although it's been grilled, it's still nice soft white meat. Yeah, that's really good. Couple of bones. Yep. Two more bones. That's a really nice piece of snapper. Yeah, that's nice. It's only got a small fish, based on the fact that I was trying a lot of dishes today. But saying that, there was some really nice sized fish down there. If you wanted to get a larger fish, bring the family, bring mates, bring friends, and have that on the table with a whole mix of stuff. I reckon that would be the best thing to do down here, is grab a table of people, buy a whole heap of different seafood and just sit there and try everything. I think that'd be the perfect afternoon, watching the sunset, watching planes come and go, bit of music, a couple of drinks. I think Jimbaran would be really good of an afternoon leading into the night time. I think the only problem is getting here and back. Get a driver to drop you off, wait for you. I think it's a bit hard grab, come and go sometimes here, or ride your bike, but ride your bike, you're not drinking, are you? Not that you have to, but it depends what your night's looking like. But get yourself a local driver, come down, sit on the beach, have a meal. Another good piece of barley. Okay, let's try this chap chai. That's just a whole mix of vegetables. I can see they've actually got some seafood in this one. There's some squid, and it looks like a couple of little pieces of prawn. It was quite expensive. It was Lima Palu, 50,000 rupiah. But you're in a beachside warung, that's what it is. And that's actually very nice. That goes good with the seafood. Nice flavour in that. And now we've got this squid. She said it would be spicy, it's not. It's got a bit of an aftertaste, but that's nice and safe, that's good. Yeah, that's been cooked really nicely. That's been cooked really nicely. She said because I bought the really small ones, they couldn't grill them. They had to cut them up and put them in this type of stir fry. Yep. A little bit chewy, but that's pretty good. There is a lot of chilli in there. You can see a lot of chilli in there. That'll probably jump up and bite me later. But all in all, coming down to Jimbaran, early morning, go to the markets, pick up some seafood. You can have it cooked there. You can have it 10 o'clock breakfast seafood. You could take some if you rode down or had a driver and you're on your way back home, take it back to your resort, see if they'll cook it for you. Or the other option is coming down later, buying it from the market and then bring it down to the restaurants of the night. I'm not sure what the seafood's like of an afternoon down there. I assume there's still a lot there. You could have worse days. Yeah, this is a really good meal and just another way of seeing it. So one thing you could do just to finish off here is go for a day trip. Get your driver to stop in the morning at the market, have a good look around at the market, the boats coming in, how everything works. Then go do the trip around Uluwatu, do the beaches, do the beach clubs. And then on your way back, get your driver to stop at Jimbaran again the second time. But you can, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, come to a restaurant, enjoy the view, sit out in the sand, have a good meal, have a couple of drinks, enjoy Bali. Watch those waves roll in. Does it get any better? So that's a wrap on this episode. Next time you're thinking about some seafood and you're in Bali, Jimbaran Bay, Kedonganan seafood market, I think it's well worth a trip to come down. It's not that expensive. I think I spent probably about $25, $26 in seafood. Had it cooked at 2 different places. $2 was the first cost to cook. The second one at the restaurant was only $2.40. So not a real significant difference there. The main difference was I bought the chap chai, which was $5, which was nearly dearer than the fish I bought at the market. And also I had a bintang, which blew the budget. But it's not that bad. It's living life. And it's one of those experiences you really want to just get out and do. And it's something different in Bali. See you on the next episode.